The big story we're tracking right now, this just come in. Swiss authorities in Geneva have reportedly arrested the man who hijacked an Ethiopian Airlines flight ET702. The flight sent out an emergency hijacked message while it was en route from Addis Ababa to Rome. The plane landed in Geneva at around 6:10 a.m. local time today. The images on your screen show the aircraft now at Geneva airport, where authorities evacuated all passengers. It still isn't clear whether the man arrested is the pilot of the aircraft or a separate individual. The airplane is currently being kept away from the terminal and other aircraft. It had virtually run out of fuel when it landed, and emergency vehicles had been put on standby. Earlier reports said the pilots had requested asylum in Switzerland and demanded assurances they would not be handed over back to the Ethiopian government. Well, a short statement from Ethiopian Airlines said, and I quote, "Flight 702 on scheduled service departing from Addis Ababa, scheduled to arrive in Rome, was forced to proceed to Geneva airport. Accordingly, the flight has landed safely at Geneva airport. All passengers and crew are safe at Geneva airport." Pierre Fitter, my colleague, joins me live for more details. Pierre, do we have any details whatsoever about who the hijackers were, the nature of what happened?
Shiv, at this stage, it's still unconfirmed, but what I can tell you is that there are recordings of the radio chatter between the pilot and the air traffic control, where the pilot is reported saying, "We want asylum and we want assurances that we will not be turned over to the Ethiopian government." So there are indications, there are unconfirmed reports at this stage that it was the pilots of the aircraft who actually took the aircraft away from its planned route to Rome and took it to Geneva. Now I want to show you a couple of, this thing is getting a lot of traction on Twitter. You can see how quickly the scroll is moving over here. Just latest updates, mainly from Twitter users. A couple of pictures being posted as well that we can show you. This one of the aircraft on the tarmac, which was also on our screens just a few minutes ago. And this one, which is on the BBC, shows passengers being taken off the aircraft this was about 20 odd minutes ago.
Yes.
You can see over here again at the airport the route that aircraft took, circling around Geneva airport before it finally landed. That's ET702. Geneva airport itself, plenty of flights currently diverted or cancelled, which you can just barely make out on the corner over there. Diverted or cancelled, almost all of them. And that Ethiopian Airlines press release, which basically says that it was forced to proceed. They're not using the word hijacked just yet.
Any theories, both online and through the news agencies, Pierre, on what may have actually happened? We do know that there has been, political turmoil both in Ethiopia as well as in neighboring Eritrea. Any connection whatsoever to what's happening there, or any speculation or theories about what could have happened?
So there are a couple of interesting things from that audio recording, Shiv. You can hear the pilot saying, "We want assurances that you will not hand us over to the Ethiopian government."
Yes.
But he doesn't actually make specific requests about why he's asking for asylum or not. We know from Swiss authorities that the hijacker, they're not saying who it is, whether it was a pilot or another man, has been taken into custody. So there's no clarity yet on why this pilot requested for asylum or why he perhaps hijacked his own aircraft.